This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, it is. I don't know when they changed the voice. That's totally different. All right. Do we have, I don't see Brock in here, but I would love to know from, let me hide some of this. So look at this for like 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, and kind of glance through, do a little skim read, and I would love to know what stands out. First thing, kind of a gut reaction. Creativity. And I say that because I had a lot of fun kind of branding myself. Because you've had a lot of fun branding yourself. I'm repeating like awkwardly because you don't have the mic.
Yeah.
There you go.
And creativity because I've had a lot of fun kind of branding myself.
Awesome.
So.
Excellent. Love that. I heard another one. I think you were.
I mean, excuse me, customers always come first.
There you go.
Customers always come first.
Customers always come first.
And that goes along with seek first to understand.
And why does that? Why is that?
Because it's all about the client and their needs.
Anything else? Okay, go ahead and repeat that.
Opportunities for all.
Okay.
I guess just coming from a Mexican background, just as a real estate agent, I would love to give opportunity to all kinds, like whoever would love to buy a home or just anyone I could help to be able to give them the opportunity to get what they want.
Yep.
So, which goes with customers come first, I guess.
Yep. Love it. Awesome. Yeah, these are good. Just I love looking at the beliefs and seeing what stands out because this is all something that we believe in at our core. And I believe a lot of us, this just comes naturally as well, which makes Keller Williams a good fit. We've talked a lot about this, so we'll jump over that. And let's see, did I see him come in? Brant? Eden? We are ready for you? Yeah. So we don't have let me give you a mic for our Zoomers.
No mortgage update today because
Wait, do you guys know who Eden is? Eden, come up front. Come up front. You're like
I feel sad if we don't know each other.
No, if we don't know who you are, it means you're just not around as much. So tell us who you are. Eden has been one of like the originals here and has helped like build up this whole thing that you see today. So
for those who don't know me, I'm Eden Wardle, and I'm going to hit my 10-year anniversary with KW in July. So I basically was like born straight out of the womb into the company. But I have done every single position on staff here, and I've helped over, like, I was here when we built this amazing building and all of our growth. And so, sorry, I'm out of breath. It's been so much fun. So if you guys do need anything, if it's KW related or whatever, I probably know the answer. I know somebody who does know the answer. So I'm here for you if you need me. I'm here typically for 1 week during the month now. My new position is I'm helping oversee our core companies that we're providing to you in our offices. So the title company, Intraland, the mortgage company, and Utah Home and Auto, our insurance company, we're building and providing a one-stop shop service for you and your clients with wholesale rates, good value, and things like that. So I'm spreading my time between Orem, this office, Sandy, and Salt Lake now. So I'm a little bit of everywhere, but you'll see me around for sure. So I'm here in replace of Mortgage Minute to introduce Hannah Romney back here. She's one of our new hires that we've brought onto our Intraland team, and she's going to be helping with processing and servicing your clients. And so our capacity is definitely growing, and she comes from 3 or 4 years of experience at another bank doing that exact same thing. So we're super excited to have her. But we want to let you know that today at 12:30 after team meeting, we've asked one of the CEOs of our preferred appraisal companies to come in, and the appraiser is going to be here talking about the different market conditions right now. And, there's lots of disputes happening with appraisals. And so he's going to go in depth on how appraisers do their appraisals and you'll kind of see their whole process in their back end. So you can really create kind of like a team effort between you and your appraisers, right? But also, how can you be like a team player with your appraiser, right? So if there's an appraisal that comes in that you want to dispute, how can you be on the appraiser's good side to make sure that you can work together making that happen? So we've had him teach us at 2 of our other offices already, and it's an awesome class. It's super, super great value. So if you can make it, I would 100% recommend that you do. Down here at 12:30. Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there's been a lot of questions, debates around appraisals, especially in this market and what's going on. So come and be a part of that at 12:30. A few other things coming up. We've got book club. This is weekly at 10 o'clock. And The Road Less Stupid. Who has heard of this book or read it? I'll admit this is a really great book. The title kind of, it doesn't really say much about what the book is, but if you're looking at trying to time block and asking yourself good questions and making sure that you are organizing yourself in a way that you can get everything done in your life, this book will help you get it done. This book will help you to basically take some time aside and help make sure that you're taking a few minutes, whether just a day or a week, just to schedule out some thinking time, which we don't give ourselves enough of. And so I really appreciate this book for that reason. Tech class, this is going to be taught by Amy. This is Thursday, June 2nd, and this is Writing and Understanding Offers. Coffee and donuts with our broker. So if you guys have any of those burning questions or things you just gonna want to roll past the broker and get an idea there, then come Friday, June 3rd, 9:30. We talked about this, but this is the second Wednesday monthly. We'll have Intralend give us kind of a mortgage 101, which is now CE certified. Excellent. Yep, CE certified second Wednesday every month at 11 o'clock here in the training room. Root beer float, mix and mingle. So plan on this Wednesday, June 8th from 3 to 4 upstairs in the cafe. It's fun just to get to know people and just enjoy each other's company. We also have Meet the Masters. This is how to break into our luxury market. Patria is our luxury chair on our Agent Leadership Council. And she's gonna be talking to us about breaking into that luxury market. So if you guys are wanting to sell any homes, as far as the classification here in Salt Lake County, anything over $1 million, and Park City's a little bit higher, Heber is a little bit higher, but in general, you guys want to make a little bit higher commission with the same amount of time spent on one deal, then sometimes luxury is a good answer to that. So put that on your calendar. June 9th, 1 o'clock. Taking advantage of smart plans. In our command platform, we have smart plans, which will help automate a lot of your business. And so if you want to learn how to automate a lot of that so that you can stay in touch with your clients, follow up drip campaigns, those sort of things, then put this on your calendar. This is June 9th from 2:30 to 3:30. And Sammy, are you here? You want to come up and talk to us about our softball league? There you go.
Hey guys, who has gotten an email saying you were drafted? Cece hasn't sent out her email. Has anyone, well, actually, maybe you should read off your team and then we can go from there.
So on my team's going to be for guys, Jared Parker, Jeff Farrell, B Money, Cody Felberg, Clint Allred, Justin Hurd, Tyler DeMars, Tom Vidal, Josh Jorgensen, Greg Spackman, and Rodney Kidman. And then for girls, we have Jamie Dickinson, Angela Klowski, Britt Laster, Eden Wardle, Alex Cifuentes, Janet Zimmerman, Amanda from downstairs at Title, Lydia Vidal, Patria Merwolf, Sarah Hyatt, Eileen Vidal, and Elizabeth Jorgensen.
That's pretty stacked. It's probably possibly the second best.
Okay.
Take the mic.
My team is very well represented here. Okay. Kenya, Emily Hayes, Shelly Clark, Keisha, Amy McMullen, whoop whoop. Olga, Becky Nielsen, Brandy Hawks, Tammy Loescher, Adriana. Okay. Trevor, Brian in the house. Hiram, Josh Cavalier, Austin Maxwell, Jake Jenkins, Aaron Elder, Chris Hollifield, and Todd Hayes, and Kevin Jackson. So Rena picked my team and it was excellent.
Yeah, so Cece is a co-captain with Barry. Nick's co-captain is Rena. I'm with the broker, so obviously I'm the best. And then there's Sean Caldwell. His team, well, I'll read my team first. My team, the guys, is Matt Bellini, Tim Lowry, Mikey Dominguez, Ryan Pettit, Mike Carmody, Chris Bond, John Robinson, Ryan Poole, and Adam Spencer. The girls is Brooke Golightly, Becky Rutledge, Emily Lowry, Annie Cannon, Lacey Stevens, Jaslyn Cocos, right? Cami Soper, Christine Carrington, Deborah, Michaela Smith, and Carmen Crane. So third best, right? And then Sean's team, I don't know if Sean sent out an email. He did send out an email. Sean's team is Rob Adams, Steve Judkins, Jason Judd, Jared Hansen, Scott Hurd, Trent Bright, Derek Orr, Don Rushing, Brian Hurd, Brock Lassig, Corey Barfus. Sean's handwriting is really crappy, sorry. The girls is Annie Adams, Solita, okay, I don't know how to say her last name. Jenna Lind, Howard, Amy Brenchley, Elizabeth Huzzy, Alexis Rasmussen, Ashley Maxwell, Terry Scheitower, Becky Nay, and Natalie Bitter. So if you guys were not drafted, there's still time. If you want to join a team, just come let me or Barry know. And that's the schedule. So even if you're not playing, please show up because it's going to be fun. So Sean and Barry are first. It's going to be good.
Awesome. Excellent. Let's give a round for our coaches and stand-in coach. Guys, this is going to be fun. So yes, we're talking a little bit of smack, but yeah, and stealing each other's seats. But yeah, this is intended just come have a good time, and you do not have to be skilled at softball. Let's be clear. Even though there's a lot of smack talk. Oh, it's still going. So no, it's going to be fun. All right, we've got our Splash Summit Water Park. If you guys haven't seen, you should have seen emails on this, but we need to make sure that you get, this is a great excuse to be in touch with your clients and invite them to the water park, this event. So that is June 23rd. And we need to get your people in by, Sammy, what day? June 16th. We need to make sure that we've got a full roster for that. And now to our feature presentation. We've got Amy.
15 minutes.
Only 15 minutes? No, we were trying to, no. Give you as much time as you need. So Amy is excellent. She is not only our market center administrator, but she knows numbers inside and out, and is an agent herself. And so she has a lot of experience on the agent side of doing all this, but we're in the middle of a shift. If you're not feeling it, like, things are shifting. So this stuff is very relevant. So please pay attention, and let's make sure that we come with our questions, because we're grateful to have Amy here with us. Which one do you want?
Um,
Okay.
I can use Tyler's. This was working. Does this one work?
Hello? Hello?
That one works now. Okay. Oh, I didn't have it on. Well, it's the little things in life. Okay. Cool. So with the shift, whether you think it's good or bad, you're going to be right. So much of real estate is in our mindset and our motivation and where we're feeling about ourselves. And that is all true with the shift as well. I came across this quote over the weekend and I was like, oh, I love this one because so many quotes I see about the shift are scary quotes. There was one that says, change is a choice. Survival is not mandatory. And I was like, dang, like you're going to die if you don't, like, there's so many fear-based ones. And then I saw this one, I was like, yes, this is how I would like to frame this shift. I'm choosing to make a shift because I'm worth it. I'm deserving. I'm worthy of an even better life than I've ever had. A shift is an opportunity that we can all take to become better agents, better people. Okay. So sometimes you shift because you have to. So I think a lot of us probably have times in our lives where it's not a market that's causing us to shift, but something in our life is making a shift, making us take a different approach to what we've been doing. And I had one after I was licensed about 6 months, and I was taking my time, making my logos and designing cards and just being really, intentional about things. And I had just switched from being part-time real estate to full-time. I had left my job and dove in full-time. And then my husband got laid off of his job of 15 years. And we went, oh, snap. We've got 3 kids and a mortgage. And he was taking like contract filler-in jobs. And I'm like, I'm a brand new agent on commission only. This is really scary. I'm going to have to shift what I'm doing in order to survive this shift in our life. So we basically looked at all of our finances, said, where can we cut? How long can we float you, Amy, while you try to build your business? And we came up with the number 6 months. You can give this your all for 6 months. But after that, if you haven't been able to find some ground, you might not be able to do it. So I said, okay, 6 months that's my goal. So I plugged into every class here. I was new at Keller Williams. And I made as many friends with agents as I could, picked up as many good habits as I could. You would see me writing down things that people would say that I thought, oh, that sounds great. I'm going to take that and adopt it and add it into whatever script I was working on, and really just had to reprioritize and relook at things. And that is a shift. I'm still here, so it ended up all right, which is good. But it definitely, sometimes you don't have the choice to shift. So there's a quick story in the shift book. says the captain of a ship notices a light in the distance. The captain radios out and says, "We're headed straight for you. Change course." The reply comes back, "This is the harbor master. The lighthouse isn't moving." Sometimes changing course isn't an option. Sometimes you shift because you have to. So the good, the bad, and the easy all work together to shape the person that you will become. So I want you guys to take a minute, go inside your heads. Think of one of the most impactful things in your life that has made you who you are. An experience, something that has happened to you that caused your inner self to shift and has now made you into the person that you are. So think about that for a minute. Get an event or something in mind. Was it a trial? Something that tested you? Did you learn something? Did it help shape you to be who you are today? And if you could go back in time and make it not happen, would you? Does anybody have one that they'd be willing to share with us? Right.
Sure. So two came to mind. First is when I got married and realized that I had to be a little more responsible. And the second is similar when I had my, our first child, my son. I still remember thinking, okay, I've got a family that I've got to take care of. So those two events stood out when you asked the question of things that kind of propelled me to some of the decisions that I've made and some of the things. And to answer the last question, would I change that? No, of course not. I think both of them propelled me in positive ways.
Anybody else have one?
I think mine definitely was this job specifically, which is funny. But it was just sitting because I was waitressing before and serving at fine dining. And so if you've ever served, you have no time to think. And so it was shifting into a new job that I was at a desk all day, and just listening to videos has changed my life. So it wasn't necessarily like I chose the videos, but they started coming to me where I was like, oh, I'd never listened to this leader, or I've never listened to this person before. And so much new knowledge was now filling my mind that I've never thought about before. So I always tell people, if you are interested in anything, we live in a world now that it's like you have access to it. And so whatever you fill your mind with, it weirdly starts transforming you without you even choosing to do it. So I think the biggest impact for my life has been listening to people that I wouldn't necessarily choose to listen to. And now I know myself better of like, oh, I actually am attracted to this, or I don't necessarily like this. And so I guess it's just getting yourself out there, or, putting the work in by listening to videos or reading.
Anybody else have one that they want to share? Wait, oh, Tyler has one. Oh, okay, we've got two more. I love it.
All right, mine I'll share. It goes a little bit more back in time. I was in high school and I was on a football team, and there's a few times in my life where it felt like kind of developed this trait in me and the trait is just give 100%. And this one was in football. I was talking to, it wasn't even the head coach. It was someone, just kind of one of those assistant coaches. And I just asked, hey, you have any tips for me? What can I do to be better? He's like, and he said simply, hit as hard as you can and give 100% at every moment, which seems so simple, but there's always these little things that for me it clicked. And sometimes there's different things that'll click for other people, but for me it clicked inside where no matter what, I'm going to hit them harder than they hit me. And then the other one was at every practice, every drill, I am going to give it 100%. If I'm going to do high knees, I'm getting my knees all the way up. If we're going to get a water drink or water break, I'm jogging over there. I'm not going to walk. Like it is the little things that change the mindset for me that it's such a small thing and so trivial when it comes to like high school sports, but that trait has served me throughout my whole life. And just give it 100% when you know other people won't.
Mine's actually very similar to Tyler and CC's, except I call it my breaking point was deciding not to be freaking broke anymore. And I know all of us have like been in that moment where like, yeah, we need to make more money, but it was like do or die for me at this point because, I was in my, I had left my partner, I was in an apartment I could barely afford, and I had to change my mindset. One of my favorite quotes is to live an intentional life, you have to do intentional things. And so it was getting into that mindset of, just like, you just got to, I can't swear, you just got to do it, right? And I did it, and I've never looked back. And did I go through hell? Yes, but I would not change a single second of it.
Thank you. Oh, yes.
I think a lot of shifts are going through everybody's head here right now. But there's plenty in my life because I'm old. But one thing that really stood out to me was, I went to college and got a degree in early childhood education. Basically, I was a kindergarten, elementary school teacher. And then I had kids, 4. So I went to school, I worked, I had 4 kids. I was home for 10 years. And when my youngest was a year and a half, I was so done with kids. I needed to do something else, but I didn't have any background in that. My husband, ex-husband, that's another shift, but was working for a company, and I got to know the owner of that company, and he said, you should come and work for us. I started in the reception. I went to the marketing department. I became in charge of their education, trainings in this. It's a medical technology company. And from there on, I built my career. And I ended up being one of the, I don't know, how would you say that? Like one of the most knowledgeable and sought after persons in Sweden, where I'm from, in that particular area. Of course, I killed my career moving here 10 years ago. But given that opportunity to start in that company with no experience, and I just had to work myself and prove myself. And so that was a huge shift in my life. Somebody giving you an opportunity.
Thank you for sharing, you guys. That's great. I know that in my shift, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change him losing his job. He hated that job, but it was security and he had done it for so long. He was never going to leave it, and it was going to slowly kill him. And now he's in a job that he loves and is doing better than he ever has. I would not change it. It also removed my safety net. I was terrified. This was my one shot. Either I made it or I didn't. And I'm really a stubborn and determined person. And so if I said I was going to do something, then I was going to dang well do everything I could to make it happen, because I did not want, it's that drunk monkey. Everybody has a drunk monkey, right? I don't want people to see me fail. That's like a fear. So if I said I was going to do this, well, I better do this. So it took away the safety net and made me get uncomfortable, which I like to be comfortable. If you come in my office, there's 4 blankets, the heater's running, there's a candle, there's usually some music. I like to be comfortable. But sometimes getting pushed out of your comfort zone is exactly what you need. Okay, so there is a story in the shift book called The Farmer's Luck. And Jay Papasan told this to his son. He said, many years ago, there lived a farmer who toiled daily in his fields. One day, without warning, his prize horse, the one he relied to work the land, ran away. When the news reached his neighbors, they arrived at his door to offer consolation. What bad luck, they said with concern. Maybe, said the farmer. The following morning, the farmer awoke to find his prize horse had returned, and with it, 2 wild horses. Upon hearing the news, the neighbor exclaimed, what good luck! Maybe, replied the farmer. The very next day, while trying to tame one of the wild horses, the farmer's son was thrown badly and injured his leg. Again, the neighbors arrived quickly to offer their condolences. Such bad luck, they said. Maybe, said the farmer. A day later, officials from the military arrived looking for young men to fight in battle. Recognizing that the farmer's son was badly injured, they did not ask him to enlist. Such good luck, shouted the neighbors. Maybe, answered the farmer. After hearing this story, Jay's son said, I get it. Maybe good luck and bad luck are all mixed up, and you just never know what will happen next. So Abe Lincoln said, nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Okay, so in the shift book, he gives us 12 tactics to come out of a shift, a better, stronger agent, person, whatever your goal is. So we're going to go through these 12 tactics, and I'm going to pass this out here. Thanks, Carrie. Some of those that way. So as we go through these, I want you guys just to think a little bit about which of these would be most impactful in your business right now, would make the biggest change if you were to focus on this one thing. So the first one he says is get real about your situation. Bring a greater sense of clarity, priority, and focus to your work. Look at your role and do what you do best and what you get paid to do, which is most likely lead generation and conversion. So one thing that I've learned, what is the best, most effective kind of lead generation? It's a little bit of a trick question. Nick? Winner. The kind you will do. So if you get paralyzed and can barely make it through a few cold calls, but you love doing open houses, go do all the open houses, right? The things that you will do and you'll do well and you'll enjoy doing are going to come through. So find your niches, find the things you like to do, and spend that time. Remargin your business. Get serious about expense management and profitability. Lead with revenue, not expenses. Be a budget bully and make your money smart. So when a shift happens, basically what we're used to doing and having work doesn't work anymore. So we need to relook at where we're allocating our resources and change things based on the market until our money becomes smart again. So I taught a class last week about agent financials in a shift. And one thing that I offer to people, and I offer it to you as well, is if you don't have a P&L, or if you don't have a budget, or if you can't tell me exactly where all of your money is going, come set up an appointment with me and let's go through your finances together. Let's build you a P&L and let's get your money smart. Happy to do it free of charge. Just email me. Let's get you an appointment. And let's get all of your money smart again. Know where you're leaking money and tell it where you want it to go. Okay, so learn to do more with less. Maximize your productivity and hold everyone around you to high standards. So one thing that I would challenge you all to do is look at the resources you already have. So we have like a full text suite here that you could literally plug into for your $30 a month. Look at where you're spending extra money and see what you already have. You might find some redundancies that you're able to help reduce expenses and do more with less. Focus on lead generation. Focus on finding motivated clients, time block lead generation into your day, master the tasks, skills, and scripts of your lead generation methods. Make your message match the market. So if you've been pushing one thing and the market changes, you might need to change your message so that it's pertinent to the market that you're in. Conversion process. Memorize and internalize the conversion process and the scripts of lead capture. Connect and close. Never assume you have a lead until you have an appointment. Catch people in your web. Focus your internet strategy on capturing contact information. Everything else it does can be important, but secondary. Master seller pricing. Ensure your listings are always in the market. Show sellers the risk of being overpriced, missing the window of opportunity. Build price reductions into your agreement upfront. So always if I have a seller that wants to list higher than what I feel like it's going to go, we have the price reduction conversation right there at the table. Usually I'll turn over the exclusive right to sell and say, okay, so we'll give it this many days and then we'll drop to this and this many days and drop to this. So that then when you have to have that conversation, they're warm, they're expecting it, and it goes much easier. And you know you have a marketing plan you're not going to hit a wall up against. Master staging strategies. Make your listings stand out from the competition. Show them proper cleanup, repairs, and cosmetic improvements that will decrease time on the market, increase number of offers, and gain a higher sales price. Help buyers overcome reluctance. Become the local economist of choice. Help them tap into their why. Show them the hazards of trying to time the market, narrow the field, and provide best buy lists so that they can see the opportunities in their market. Build a creative finance team around you. Put creative financing to use whenever you can. Use seller creativity, concessions, contributions, buy downs, owner financing, and buyer down payment creativity and lender creativity. One of the great things that we have as a resource here is amazing lenders at our fingertips. You can walk down the hall and talk to Brant, talk to TJ. I mean, these guys are so smart and they can help you strategize just really the best way to get things for your clients. And it makes you look like a freaking rock star when you go to your clients with this amazing knowledge. So participate in the market of the moment. Give your business bandwidth. Know the ins and outs of short sales, REOs, foreclosures, and find your niche. We still don't have a lot of short sales, REOs, and foreclosures, but we do have a lot of niches here. And if you don't know about those, people are going to have questions about them because they hear about the shift and they automatically think, should I be waiting for a short sale? Or do you have a list of REOs? Be knowledgeable, know the market, and find a niche. And then the last one is bulletproof your transactions. Take nothing for granted. Set seller and buyer expectations up front. Involve yourself in the selection of vendors. Be personally involved in inspections, repairs, and any, I was supposed to say financial negotiations. Okay. Did you guys, in any of those, find a few that you might be able to improve upon or make some changes on? All right, the next thing that Gary says is act your wage. You must think and act the wage you want before you earn it. What you do is who you become. You must live the calendar of a person that earns that or you won't earn it. How you think determines your actions and your actions determine your results. Okay, so now I have a little activity for you. With your 66-day challenge, I want us to go back and look at these 12 items. And I want you guys to pick one. Which one is the most influential right now that you could focus on and it would change your business? It would change your mindset about your business. It would change your habits about your business. And write that one on the top of the 66-day challenge page. So we've got get real about your situation, remargin your business, learn to do more with less, focus on lead generation, conversion process, web capture, seller pricing, staging strategies, buyer reluctance, creative financing, learning the market of the moment, and bulletproofing your transactions. So pick one, and then I want you to turn the page over and say, if I could pick one more, what would my second one be? I'll kind of scroll back through these so you can see them. I want you to repeat that process for at least 4 of these 12, because I want you to have a good game plan, a strategy. So top 4 things that you want to look at, you want to work on in your business. Does anybody want to share what their one thing is? Nick?
Lead generation. Focus on lead generation. I mean, mostly I work my SOI, but if I have to go, I'll cold call. I can usually get around to cold calling faster than I can to door knocking. I actually prefer door knocking, but I have a lot of excuses. It's too hot. It's too cold. My ankle hurts. So That's true.
Awesome. Anybody else want to share theirs? Which one's on the top of your page? Lead generation? Awesome. Become that expert. Anybody else want to share their number one? So when you share it, then everybody knows you're working on it and you've just created accountability. So I can always say, how's your lead generation going? Tell me a really awesome market stat right now that I could use in talking with clients. And I know she'll have an answer for me because it's a focus of hers. Who else wants accountability on what you picked?
Conversion process is my top one. And I'm still working on my own.
That's great. Anybody else?
Lori?
Mine's number one, get real about your situation because it covers everything actually. So I'm going to focus on lead gen and finances.
All right, anybody else?
Mine's also lead gen, but in particular time blocking because I'm not great at time blocking. So that's going to be my number one.
Very good. Anybody else want to share? Okay, so you heard everybody who wants accountability. So when you see them, ask them, how's it going? Okay, so now I want you to look at that thing you wrote on the front of your page, your one thing you're focusing on right now, and you're going to ask yourself 3 questions. Do I know how to do this? Do I need anything to do it? And do I need help doing it? And take a minute and answer those questions. Do I know how to do it? Do I need anything to do it? And do I need help? Do I know how to do this? Do I need anything to do it? Do I need help doing it? So now you've got a goal and you've thought through the execution. And this is one thing you're going to focus on to get control of your business as we head into a shift. Once you do that, you've got 2 or 3 more goals on the back. Ask yourself those same questions. We're going to move right into those when you're done. So now you have a shift plan. You have a plan of action of what you're going to do to bulletproof your business through the shift, to make yourself a better person, a better agent, a better business person, market expert, all of these things, so that on the other side, you come out saying, I would not have changed that time. I grew because of that shift. There's a story in here. It says, one of the greatest myths is that you succeed your way to success. This isn't true. In fact, just the opposite is true. You fail your way to success. Everyone fails. The ones who succeed are the ones who keep going. The ones who fail are the ones that don't. When you succeed, you do an end zone dance and celebrate. When you lose, you seek to find out what happened and learn from your mistake and push forward. Failing at something isn't failing. It's learning what didn't work and growing from the experience. Zig Ziglar was right when he said, a big shot is a little shot that just kept shooting. Everyone falls down, but not everyone gets up. The trick of life is to get up. The world won't judge you by your failures, but by how many times you get back up. Always get up and continue on with your journey. This is what we were all meant to do, and this is what you must do. So it says, these can be the worst of times. These can be the best of times. You get to choose. So the choice is all up to us. Success never comes to the chosen few, but to the few who choose. Awesome. That's all I've got for you guys. I told you it'd be fast. We're like 15 minutes early, so you can network and mix and mingle.